What's up, good people? I hope you're doing extremely well. Today I'm here with my better half, and we are standing right in front of one of the businesses that we own here in downtown Atlanta. And we are here to basically tell you how we were able to start and build this business from the ground up without loans, without any outside investors, just us. And, hopefully through the lessons we've learned about, finance, relationships, and even wellness and health, it will help you in your endeavor. So come on, let's go inside and talk. We have learned a lot over the years through trial and error, and this is not our first trip. We've done a lot of things. So that's one of the things that we did learn, by doing a lot of different businesses, is that one problem that you need to solve right away is, does your product or what you're selling have an audience? Do you have a place in a specific market for what you're doing? And I know this is one of the hardest things small businesses get wrong a lot of times, because we don't enter into business that way. We think, oh, I got an idea. I got a idea for a product, or I really want to be XYZ. And we start running full speed with that in mind, and we don't look at, well, does anybody really care about this thing that I'm going to offer? And if you solve that equation before you start creating your business, you're actually setting yourself up for success. And I see you smiling, so go ahead and talk to that.
So for me, I agree. I agree in terms of, your business. I think a smart business solves a problem. Or creates a product that is true to itself. I think a lot of times you see a lot of people going into business and you're pacing with other businesses.
Yep.
Don't pull up and take a look at what this business has done from top to bottom. Don't go and create a mocha. Don't go and create all of the same products. Your products are special for the people that they are special for.
That's right.
People are, and we are, essentially greedy, meaning we will eat all the things.
All the things.
So if your ice cream has, chocolate bits in it, and this person has ice cream that has strawberry in it, and another person has ice cream that has pineapples in it.
There's room for all of it.
There's room for all of it.
Yeah.
Every day you're gonna have a want and a need for all of that. So I think that it's important to kind of, and by no means, what we're saying doesn't mean not to explore,
right,
but understanding in your exploration, sometimes you are damaging your product.
Right.
We have had so many, we've met so many great business owners along the way, and have found so many essential products that we didn't know existed, or knew that we needed them.
Right.
But I think at the same time, and completely understanding that, everybody loves tacos, but again, no one for us does a taco like 95th Street.
That's right.
So, but
That's right.
if 95th Street is closed, then Taqueria del Sol will get it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that doesn't mean that you
there are
stay
always
open.
choices.
Right, it doesn't mean that you stay open 24 hours a day, because your product's gonna suffer.
Right.
Do what you do, what you love in your time. The people will come. I will wait in line for what I want. Don't make anybody make you feel like if you are not there 24 hours, 7 days a week, that you're gonna miss out. You're not missing out. You have to contain your strength, your potency, your secret sauce,
Right.
and just make sure that, you love what you do. If it gets to that point where you don't love it, sit down and reevaluate.
Wow. That's a word right there. Do what you do what you love, and the people will come. That is a word right there.
For me, the best part of, I guess, having a business, a family business, is of course having, your best friend, the person that you can kind of bounce ideas off and kind of work through your weaknesses and strengths.
Right.
And I think going through that, you think you know what your strengths are and your weaknesses are.
Right.
You
and find out different.
Right. And in the middle of that, of course, they are different.
Yeah.
So going through, I guess, the beginning of Mocha Pops, what's a strength? What's a weakness that you know now is a strength? What's a weakness that, in the beginning you thought, this is going to kill us, but in the end you understood that it was a strength?
Wow, I think for me, and this is funny, a lot of my audience on FreeSpray might, recognize this. For me, it was really being sociable, because I've always been a very behind the scenes kind of person. And kind of the person behind the curtain making all the technical things happen. And a lot of creatives can relate to that. But for me, it was me kind of getting out of that mode and putting myself in front of the camera instead of behind the camera, and being able to speak on, my value and my strengths. That was a huge leap for me, and it was hard. That was really hard. And I learned a lot from Kisa that way, because she is, very, sales driven. She is very A-type, personality, outgoing. So that was her strength. Trust me.
No.
So more so than I was.
Right.
And I had to hone that skill a bit, and I'm still, I still work at that. I'm still working on that. I still hone those skills, and I think we both do. Yeah. But that for me was a huge leap forward, and it allowed me to grow in a lot of different areas. We need to answer this question. So how does one go from starting a business without any financial help, any major backing, any loans? How does one build a business from scratch without all of those things? I know we're both going to answer this question, but I wanted to kind of pose that question to you for the audience, so that I can get your perspective.
I think essentially you want to play to your strengths, or something that you know how to do, or something that you're passionate about, because that's the only thing that you're gonna love on and kind of dedicate the time to.
Right.
So for us, I think that having kind of it sparked creativity for both of us.
Yeah.
I think it was something that we wanted to figure out. I think it was something that we wanted to create for ourselves and kind of have our vision come to fruition.
Right.
So I think for us, it definitely took time and research, but also creativity.
Yeah.
I think it's important not to just throw money at it and kind of create these systems that require you to pay into them.
Yep.
Because even in the long run, you technically need to work through each of those systems to see if it's something that you need.
Yep.
I think that you can take the time to, if your desire is to have a popsicle business, to define kind of what that looks like to you. If it's a cart, if it's a store, if it's distribution, kind of all of those things. You may find that you're not Baskin and Robbins. You don't want to do all of those flavors. You may find that you want to cater to 4 flavors. I think the first thing is truly learning how to make a popsicle.
Right, yeah.
And kind of what kind of popsicle you want to make. But I think for us, it was essentially all of those things, but also cultivating flavors. Cultivating flavors for us was much more important, and healthy flavors and healthy ingredients, than just, this is something that's going to make me money.
Right.
Because in the beginning, for me, and even as it is right now, the most important thing is ingredients for me. The most important thing is ingredients and flavor.
Right.
And it is going to be different, from one business perspective to the other. So getting into it and doing it yourself kind of helps you to identify all of the things, again, that you need to spend money for.
Right. You said something, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, no, you said something really important, just playing to your strengths. I think that is a very key component to building any kind of business. I agree, really understanding what you're strong at and being able to leverage your strengths in a way that will allow you to grow at anything. That's such a key thing that you said. And I think a lot of people overlook that. They try to get into something without knowing, what are the ins and outs of this, and how do I apply myself to it, the things that I know, how do I use those things to, move myself forward in this particular thing. So definitely a thing that I know I learned as we went through the processes. We learned so much, and we're going to cover a lot of that stuff in the coming, episodes of this. But, so definitely, take that with you. If you don't take anything else, you need to always play to your strengths and understand what your strengths are, so that you can apply those to, anything. If this is your first time to the channel, please do consider subscribing and do like this video. And, we're just here. We're here. We're going to be here. We're going to do this. We're going to keep giving you guys valuable information.
And we have questions too.
Yeah, we have questions too. So we're going to share in this. Please do subscribe. Please do show us some love. As always, I hope this is helpful for someone, and we'll see you in the next one.